The Dreamwalkers are a team of 4 highliners living in the Netherlands. They had this crazy idea to be the first guys to highline in the Faroe Islands. But what you should probably know is that the Faroes are a group of islands in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean exposed to 365 days of miserable weather. Horizontal rain, heavy storms, hail, snow, and raging winds are a common sight all year round. Not exactly the ideal ingredients for a highlining project. But the Faroes are also home to some of the world's tallest sea cliffs and most dramatic landscapes. The temptation was just too high, and before we knew it, this crazy, potentially stupid idea had turned into a project, and we were on our way to the Faroes.
Everything good, no worries. I have ass heating too. Over.
Let's let that image percolate in my mind. Over.
When we left the hostel, it was super snowy. When we drove there was like half a meter of snow, and we didn't think we would even be able to drill today. But in the Faroe Islands the weather was always changing, and when we left the subsea tunnel it actually seemed pretty good. There's no snow here on the ground, the wind's relatively okay, so I guess that it's a go for now. I mean, we'll hike there and check it out and see what it's like. It's crazy to get multiple seasons in one day here, really. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't start snowing again when we're up there, but let's find out. It could also be right though.
It is, yeah, it's right there.
That way, spot.
Here, like anywhere here, you're just off. You don't see it, you just see grass and then you see the ocean, but you know, there's no fences or anything, so it's really gotta watch out.
Strands, you can put them through the delta as close to delta as up. Well, the forecast gave us some optimism, but here at the spot where we were drilling and setting up our anchor, we were fully exposed to the wind. Okay, continue, but please communicate what you're gonna do, alright? Feels like -12 or something today. And yeah, after a while you just get absolutely exhausted from being in the cold and being in the wind, and we just walked the tagline over to see what the wind would do, and it's all over the place. Like, our hopes and dreams are just going with the wind and the Faroese weather, which means that one moment it could be good, the next moment it can completely change around and not give you any hope for optimism. But first we're just trying to stay warm and cannot really think about highlining at the moment when you're so exhausted and tired and cold. But let's see what happens later today. We have to be ready. So I think everything is done for us besides padding. We can let out the webbing to you guys, and then it's just a matter of seeing how we can deal with the wind or not. I think we should just attempt it and see how it goes.
I think we should just give it a try.
We might get blown off once or twice each, but
right now
we can also have moments of fun and joy.
Yeah, that was really a moment where I finally amazed myself again. Like, it was on my skill level, it was really a challenge, But like first time I stood up there, everything was turning around me. Well, I couldn't control the line, and then the moment I turned around, I started again for the way back. When I stood up, I immediately felt like, hey, this is possible. But yeah, just that realization that it was possible made me like, hey, I'm not there yet. I need to be here. And then I came back again, like it's like my soul went from the end of the line, like back in here, and I was able to go again. And then that felt like a symphony or so. Every movement came together, and all my I've really been training again the past half year to be able to do such a thing, and then it all came together there, and that was like such a big relief that after all these challenges I'm there again.
Working out. You deserve it. It's yours, Chris. Thanks. Oh, it could be. Hey, it was good work. So nice watching you cruise there. How it's truly installed in the weblog. See what I mean?
Back in the days, they put sheep everywhere where there was grass, actually. And they would risk their own lives to get them back and forth. But now we just go to the more easy places. Then, the male sheep, they're really good for everything.
Oh yeah.
Especially for men.
Whoa, that smells really strong. So mostly sheep and cow there. That's it.
Yeah.
You can see all the awesome growth on here, the fermentation from the fungi. But it's so salty, the air, that it's fine. It's also freezing cold.
This has also been hanging for almost 2 years. No, 1.5, yeah. In October it will be 2 years.
You mark it. If I'm Faroese enough, this needs some more time.
Yeah, it does.
According to what I learned about the Faroese, if you push and it goes, then it's ready. And this is softer than some Faroese rock. I tried.
Yeah. Air dried fermented lamb leg. It has been in the drying shed since October until this day. And you usually eat it on traditional Faroese bread with a little of butter and a little salt on it.
Smells strong.
Yeah.
I have to say, Johannes, I haven't eaten a piece of meat in 5 years.
Yeah. Crap in it.
And then a tiny piece of blubber.
tried it.
Man. I like the lamb. It reminds me a bit of like Parma ham or something, but then like way better and nicer.
Yeah. This is dried whale and dried fish, blubber, and cold potatoes, and you eat it like a little sandwich. No worries. You need to make it. How is it?
It's good. The flavors,
Yeah.
like when you're chewing this little whale sandwich,
Oh,
the flavors keep.
Yeah, they
the
keep
first
going.
part is like you're just like chewing it,
Yeah, and then they come.
and then with the last part, you're really getting the flavors.
Yeah.
I'm
Then
curious for the
whale
blubber
and
and
then
the shot
blubber.
afterwards.
It's soft.
Yeah.
The blubber? Yeah, if you just have it in your mouth, then it melts away, but it takes some time. But
Never tasted anything like this before.
This is really an honor.
yeah,
It's really.
okay.
We feel.
It's okay if you don't like it, but I just get offended. But
We do.
Amazing.
If you come to Holland, we can offer you like really good Belgian beer.
yeah.
And like I can give you how much cheese you can possibly eat.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like the only way to live here is basically to live with nature. You cannot
Yeah.
live unsustainably here, otherwise like the next 10 years are gonna be bad for you.
The Faroes really does something to here, seeing the landscape,
Yeah.
feeling the weather.
Yeah.
It really like, but it really makes you feel like different. With the least amount of buildings, I get the strongest amount of feeling of culture here.
That's how we get
We're waiting on our illustrious Jonas, aka Thor. Last time I saw he was brushing his teeth in his underpants.
Last
so
time
I'm
I
not
saw
sure
he
exactly.
was sending a text message to one of the girls from the hotel.
So we're not really sure what we're waiting for,
He's with his head in the clouds.
I guess.
I think Jonas definitely puts the dream in Dreamwalkers.
Jonas, are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, almost,
It's warm today. This is day number 6 and the weather looks so good today that we're going to try out a new spot called Satan. It's one of the spots that's land inwards and it's not on the ocean, so that's also something special. There's not so much grass, it's more like rocks, and because of the volcanic nature of this island there's a lot of black tar around and great basalt rocks. It's a 1 hour pretty steep approach. The line is beautiful. I think it's 110 meters long and you can have a view about 500 meters down to a little lake and the mountains in the background. The sun's shining, the wind is not that strong today, so I think we're going to be quite lucky again.
I was just thinking of nothing, just enjoying these awesome views. And just, wow. Man, I love highlining. delightful. It's great.
No, way up.
I think we're in the Faroes.
We are in the middle of nowhere.
Looks lovely.
We also say on the rocks.
On the rocks?
Yeah. That means on the rocks.
Magical Faroese code.
Other fish. What do you recommend?
Fillet. Electronics case, they are no good in this environment.
No.
Giant Faroe sea monster. Yeah.
Oh. We have about 3 days left in this project. We want to finish with just the biggest, most impressive line we can think of here. And we are supposed to get a good weather window coming in for our last days, but at the moment it doesn't seem like it very much. We could probably set up the anchors, but we have to see and wait what it does over there.
I'm a bit worried about the rock quality. I'm not sure. It's not guaranteed to be perfect, and it's 200 meters long. I mean, these sea cliffs are hundreds of meters high. It's going to be 4 times longer than the longest line I ever crossed. Here is not so great. It's surprising. You think it would be a lot better, but it would be yeah, it's not good. We broke some rock off there, we broke some rock off here, so we have to really check. We got a lot of force on this 220 meter line that we're thinking to build. Add the wind to the force of the line, and we need some solid anchors. I'm a bit concerned. Here, totally fine. Here, go. It goes all the way down there. So we're pretty much at the limit of what we can set up here with the gear that we have. We're right on the limit.
I just had this really great feeling on the line. I just, you know, it made me happy, and it again made me kind of forget and relieve the stress that I had in the past months, and just be able to let everything go for a little bit, even if it's for like 15 minutes, just to really forget everything that's going on in your life and just be there. I think that's the moment I'm looking for.
Once you're out there, it does something to you and it stays with you for a while. You get so aware of your body and your surroundings and your breathing and the sounds of nature, and like you stay in the pipe for a while after your highline, and it's great. Kind of a natural high, I guess. More down to earth.